Hello, everyone. Can you hear us? Yes? Okay, good, great. Welcome, everyone, to join our today's session. I know there's still a couple of people coming in. We're gonna quickly introduce today's speaker, then we will have the session started very soon. Okay, so today I'm here with my two daughters, two lovely daughters, both in Oakland School. Let me introduce the first one, Alicia. Alicia is very athletic. She is in the 7th grade in Oakland School, and she's been loving swimming and running. She finished her first full marathon 2 years ago when she was 11, and she still keep running. So let's see what she will say today. And Arianna here is my younger one. She is 8 years old. She loves swimming too, and she also loves dancing. She also do lots of biking with her sister and dad. They went to the Stelmach trip. She was the youngest participant at age of 6. So that was a record. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and have Alicia, you want to share your screen? We can have the session get started. Okay, welcome everybody. Oh, by the way, we're gonna have some trivia question and the raffle at the end of the session, so stay tuned and we will have some fun. All right, take it away.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Alicia. And sorry, our green screen almost fell over. Here's the road to financial literacy, where we're going to try to teach kids to help become. Sorry, our green screen is falling over right now. Okay, we're so sorry. Okay, sit back here. Sit down. Okay, and let's get started. So here's the table of contents and what we'll be doing today. So first, we're going to introduce ourselves.
Second, we'll teach you the rule of 72.
And then third, we're gonna let you know what compound interest is. And also we're gonna show you the story of the rice and chessboard.
And fourth, we are going to do a trivia and give out prizes.
Yeah, so lastly, we're gonna summarize everything we learned, and then we'll have a trivia and a preview of what we'll do next time. And also for the prizes, the person who gets the most questions right in the trivia will get a prize, and also the person who participates the most out of all this. So hi, my name is Alicia. I'm 12 years old. I live in a town called Okemos, which is next to the city of Lansing, also known as the capital of Michigan. I like to run, bike, and swim.
Hi, my name's Arianna, and I'm 8 years old. In the future, I'd like to become a doctor. I'd like to bike and hike with my family.
Our story. From a very young age, we both started reading books and learning about finance. Our mom is a CPA and has her own business, which provides tax and financial services. Because of that, we have learned lots about financial knowledge that we would like to share with you, which will benefit all of us. And then a quote that we really like is,
"Build your own dreams or someone else will hire you to build theirs."
And this is said by Bill Gates, and we really like this because in the future, as we said before, we both want to become doctors. And so we know that if we don't work for that, somebody else will hire us to build their dreams instead of us becoming doctors. Okay, what is interest?
Interest is a percentage that is taken out of a total amount of money and added onto your total. For example, let's say you have $100. Then a 2% interest rate would be $2. So if you add that to your money, $100, then it would be $102.
Yeah, and then the expression for this would be $100 plus $100 times 2%, would be $102. Next, we have the rule of 72. And so we're just going to show you a quick video of this. I need to make sure you guys can hear it though. So I'm going to share my sound. Okay.
So you've got a chunk of change, and you're smart enough. So you put your money into an account that gains compound interest. So how long does it take for your money to double in that account? Well, to find this out, you need two things: your balance and your interest rate. Now, like most things, there's an easy way to find your answer and a hard way. The hard way involves taking the logarithm base 10 of 2, 2 as in 2 times our balance, over the logarithm base 10 of 1 plus our interest rate. Since most of us don't have bionic brains, we can't really do this math in our heads. But our friend Larry is here, and he's going to give it his best shot. We'll get back to him later. Luckily, there's a simple way to approximate how long it takes for your money to double in a compound interest account. It's called the rule of 72. How does it work? It's surprisingly simple. All you do is take the number 72 and divide it by your interest rate. That's it. It's that easy. The number you get equals the number of years it's going to take to double your money. So let's try it out. Say you have $5,000 in your account earning 4% interest. Now take that magical number 72, take your interest rate of 4%, pull out your phone, text your second grade cousin and ask him how many times 4 goes into 72. He's a bright kid, so he'll tell you the answer is 18. And you'll tell him that he just helped you learn that it will take 18 years for your initial $5,000 to double into $10,000. Let's check in on Larry. That's very nice, Larry. Luckily, with the rule of 72, there's no need to ever use the hard way. Using the rule of 72, we can easily see how small changes in interest rate can make a huge difference in our earning potential. A 29-year-old earning 4% compounding interest can expect his account to double twice by the time he's 65. At 8%, it doubles 4 times. At 12%, it doubles 8 times. So by doubling your interest rate from 4% to 8%, you actually quadruple your money. And by tripling your rate from 4% to 12%, you 16-tuple your money. Is that a word? It is now. Interest rates matter. The rule of 72 helps us understand just how much they matter. So how many doubling periods does your nest egg have before you retire? Now you know the easy way to find out. For this educational video and others.
Okay, so that was just a fun video, kind of introducing what the rule of 72 is. Okay, and next we have this fun napkin with some doodles on it, and it shows what the rule of 72 is and the formula.
The rule of 72. How much time to double your money? Formula. Just divide 72 by your interest rate.
Yeah, so basically the rule of 72, it just helps you know how long your money will double, how long it will take for your money to double. Okay, now the history of this. The person who invented this was Luca. He was an Italian mathematician who came up with the rule of 72 when talking about doubling time of an investment in 1494. Next, we have the steps to finding it out.
Step 1 is find out what your interest rate is, what percentage your bank gives you every year.
Step 2, divide 72 by your interest rate. 72 divided by interest rate. And for example, my sister Arianna, her interest rate is 12. So we would just do 72 divided by 12, which is her interest rate, and that would take 6 years for her money to double. And again, we have the formula here. So let's try it ourselves. Okay, if you know your interest rate, you can chat it to me real quick and then I can share it with everybody, but I won't share your name if you want. And so we can have an example. Okay, let's see, we have 6%. Okay, so the person who has a 6% interest rate means that it will take them 12 years for their money to double. And so the equation that would go with that would be 12 divided by 6 equals 12. Okay, so go ahead and try it yourself right now to see what yours would be. Okay, and also we'll share the slides at the end to everybody so they can come back and look at it if you want. Okay, next we're going to talk about compound interest. So compound interest,
What is compound interest? Compound interest is interest taken from your current amount of money. For example,
oh, I'm sorry, did I stop share? Okay, sorry about that.
For example, let's say you have $100. If your bank gives you 2% interest every year, the first year you would have $102. The second year you would have $104.04. The third year you would have $106.12.
Okay, and then next we're also going to show you another video, and this is a story about the rice in the chessboard. And yes, the characters are a bit weird, so I would appreciate if you wouldn't judge them. Alright, and let's show it. Can you guys hear that? Okay.
Ambalapooza is a small town in southern India which is famous for two things: the Sri Krishna temple and Pal Payasam. Pal Payasam is a dessert that's made mostly of sweetened boiled milk and rice. Temple and Pal Payasam. Pal Payasam is a dessert that's made mostly of sweetened boiled milk and rice. According to legend, the king of Ambalapooza was a big chess enthusiast, and he often challenged visitors to a game. One day, a travelling sage arrived at the court of the king and challenged him to a game of chess. The king accepted and asked the sage what he'd like as a prize if he won. The sage said he'd like some rice. He'd like 1 grain of rice on the first square of the chessboard, and for the number to be doubled for each square after that. So the king put a single grain of rice on the first square, 2 grains on the second square, 4 on the third and 8 on the fourth. He looked at the grains and thought what a ridiculously modest prize. He accepted the sage's wish and the game began. The sage played well and easily won. True to his word, the king ordered a bag of rice to be brought and started to count out the grains onto the squares. He was shocked when he got to just the 12th square and found that he needed to put 2,048 grains onto it. He realized that the prize was going to be a lot bigger than it had first seemed. After a long calculation, he figured out that for the 30th square, he'd need about 536 million grains. By the 40th square, he'd need about 550 billion grains of rice, and for the last square, the 64th, he'd have to count out a staggering 9,220,000 trillion grains. Altogether, he'd have to give the sage about 18,500,000 trillion grains. A single long grain of rice weighs on average about 0.029 grams, so the total weight of rice that the king needed to give the sage was about 535 billion tons. That's more than 1,000 times greater than all the world's milled rice production in 2019-20. The king realized it was impossible for him to pay his debt. In the legend, the sage turns out to be the god Krishna in disguise. When he saw how upset the king was, he appeared to the king in his true form. He told the king that he didn't have to settle the debt immediately, but could pay it over time. So the king started to serve Pal Payasam in the temple free every day to pilgrims until the debt was cleared. In mathematics, this kind of growth is described as exponential, and as we've seen, it can give rise to large numbers very quickly. The function describing the number of grains of rice per square is 2 to the x minus 1, where x is the number of squares, and you can see from the graph how steeply it grows. So remember the legend of Ambalapooza, and if you're ever in town, don't forget to visit the temple for your free bowl of rice.
Okay, so that was a video that basically explains an example of compound interest. So as you can see on the first, it grew very fast, and how they ended up with so much rice at the end. Okay, next we also have another napkin that shows basically the same thing. So this picture describes different parts of compound interest, and you can start by investing, then earn, then reinvest, earn more, and repeat.
Compound interest. Reinvesting money that you earned from entirely investing.
Initial investment. So that's basically what you earned originally. And then next, this is Albert Einstein, and he says the most powerful force in the universe is compound interest.
And there is a chart that says money plus interest equals magic.
Yeah, so basically how this works is if you start very small with only one block of cash, and then over time you can see it'll grow so high and you'll have so much money.
Here there's a cycle, and it says invest, earn, reinvest, earn more, and reinvest, and repeat.
Yep, so if you keep doing this, eventually you'll earn lots and lots of money. Oops. Okay, so now we're gonna go on a road trip. So somebody just randomly type to me in the chat a place. Okay, Chicago. So, oops. Oh no. Okay, so we're going to Chicago and we're going on a road trip. And each stop will have we will get some coins. So at the first stop, we get 1 coin. At the second, we get 2 coins. And as you can see, these are doubling. And so at the third stop, we'll get 4 coins. At the third stop, we'll get 4 coins. And then at the fourth stop, we'll get 8 coins. And then at the fifth stop, we'll get 16 coins, and so on. And so now I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you added up all of these coins in total from the 5 stops, how many coins would you get? Okay, yep, we have 31. Okay, yep, yeah, that's true, 31. And so another question I have for you guys is, if you kept on going forever and ever, do you think a car could handle all of the weight of all the coins that you collected? Okay, we have no. Yeah, that's correct. There'd be too many coins for there to be for the car to hold. Okay, next we're going to talk about the history of this.
Francisco, an Italian merchant and politician, in 1340 gave the interest on 100 lire for rates from 1% to 8% for up to 20 years in his book.
Okay, this was once regarded as the worst kind of usury and was severely condemned by Roman law and the common laws of many other countries. So basically what this means is there's an Italian merchant. So a merchant is somebody who sells stuff. So obviously they want to earn as much money as possible. So as you can see here, when people borrow money from him, he's charging an interest, meaning they have to pay more than they borrowed initially. And so when they say this was severely condemned, that means the Roman people, like the police and stuff, they didn't like it because he was earning so much money from compound interest. Okay, next, we're going to summarize this. So the rule of 72.
The rule of 72 is an easy way to help you figure out how long before the money in your bank account will double. And the formula is 72 divided by your interest rate equals your years to double.
And then compound interest. Compound interest is interest on the total amount of money you saved, not from what you started out with. Okay, next we're going to do the fun part, the trivia and prizes. Okay, so here are the rules. First, you have to answer the question as fast as you can by typing the letter of the correct answer in the chat. Whoever gets the answer correct first will get a point. In the end, whoever has the most points will win a prize, and the person who participated the most will win a prize as well. So throughout the presentation, like I was asking questions and stuff, whoever participated the most will win the prize. Okay, so basically if you think like the answer is A, then you would just type A into the chat. Okay, are you guys ready for the quiz? The trivia? Okay, let's get started. First question, oops, oh God. Okay, hold on real quick. Okay, sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. Okay, now we're ready to begin. Okay, so here is the first question. Yep, type the answer in the chat. So what is the formula for the rule of 72? A, 72 divided by money equals years to double. Okay. B, 72 divided by age is years to double. And C, 72 divided by interest rate equals years to double. And lastly, 72 divided by the value is years to double. Okay, let's see. All right, first person who got this correct was Hongyi, so congrats to you. And the answer is, as you may have saw before, C. And so yes, this is the formula. So congratulations to all of you guys who selected C. And the next question, your returns or interest rate are 8% a year. How long before your investment doubles? 9 years, 8 years, 7 years, or never? Okay. Okay, so the answer would be 9 years. So nice job to, hold on, let me find the name real quick. Dakash.
Okay. Let's type something here so we know.
Oh, I'm
for the
writing it
next
down.
question. Oh, let's put a comma.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Okay, after
It's-
that will be the.
This is a direct message, Mom. Okay. All right, so next question. Okay. Who is the founder of the Rule of 72? Warren Buffett, Benjamin Franklin, Luca Pisali, or George Washington? Okay, nice job to those of you who said C. Yes, he was the inventor of this, and the winner of this round was Elena. Okay. And the next question. Okay, so what is compound interest? Go ahead and read the answers.
A, money you get for free. B, interest that builds on top of money you already have. C, interest that builds from $100. D, interest that builds from your money beginning of the money.
From the beginning amount of money. Okay, so let's see. Nice job, Fiona, for getting that one. And It was B. Oh, sorry, that was Becca. Nice job. Okay, and then, okay, the next one. Okay, if Jimmy has $100 and his interest rate is 5%, then how much money will he have in total after 1 year? $500, $50, $150, or $105? Okay, this one was Elena again. So nice job to that. Okay, and the answer for this one, would be $105. Which industry used these two concepts the most? Okay, finance and baking. Oh yeah, it was D, finance and baking. So nice job to those of you who said that. And this one was Dakash again. Okay, and oops. Okay, why is learning all of this important? 1A, to be financially responsible. B, to learn how long it will take for your money to double. C, to learn how compound interest works. Or D, all of the above. And nice job to, let me see real quick. To Emily, good job. And yes, the answer is D. Okay. Next, we're going to do a quick Q&A with my mom over here. Okay. And so my first question is, what is a CPA?
First, we can have the participants type in your questions if you have any in the chat board. And when you're typing, we'll start with a couple from Alicia. To answer your question, what is CPA? Good question. CPA is Certified Public Accountant. So you have to go through lots of accounting trainings and work experience in an auditing or taxation CPA firm to get that. And then, that's CPA. Also, there's another joke saying CPA is Certified Pig Analyst. So whichever you prefer, we can choose that.
Okay. Next, we have a question. How do you find your interest rate?
That's a good question. So it depends on what you're doing. For example, if you're taking a mortgage from a bank, they will tell you your APR. So that's your annual interest rate. If your APR is 3%, that means every year you have to pay 3% interest on the money you borrow from bank.
Okay. And then another question. What financial advice do you give for kids?
Good question. I know there's lots of kids online. I think there's two things we can do. First is to spend under your means. So which means if you only get $100 allowance, don't spend 150. Try to spend under that allowance. And second advice will be try to start saving early. So if you could start saving for your college education fund, that'll be even better, because I know both of you want to go to medical school, which are really, really, really expensive. So start saving early now. As we see earlier in the compounding interest part, if you save it in the right place, your money can go a long way. And college education is one of your milestones you have to go through and start saving early.
Okay. Thank you, Mom. Okay, and then lastly, next meeting, we hopefully will be partnering with MSU Credit Union to share more about finance. So we're currently talking with them right now. So thank you all for coming. And then I'm going to chat the prize winners right now. And then everyone else, you can go. So thanks.
I think today's name is Elena and Dakash.
Okay, so.
Okay, so congratulations to Elena and Dakash. Yeah, so if you could please somehow contact me so we can send. Okay, and we also have a special bonus surprise.
Yeah, for Hongyi. So thank you for participating a lot. And everyone else, you can go. So thank you so much for coming. And we hope to see you here next time.
Yeah, and if you have anything, you feel free to type in the chat. I see there's some good feedback in the chat board. Thank you guys so much. Really enjoyed spending time with you, and hope to see you next time. We're gonna have this every month, so every last Sunday of the month, we'll have something fun for your kids.
And also, like, it won't just always be about finance. And so sometimes we'll have different subjects, like sports or something, with different doctors and stuff. So yeah, again, thank you all for coming.
All right, thank you, kids.
And
Remember
then-
to contact me so we can send you the. Okay, we see. Okay, we have the winners. Do you want type of my email address so we can?
oh yes, and I'll type my mom's email, so if you have any questions, you can contact her.
Cindy Liu. Cindy Liu.
Yes.
At gmail.com. Yeah. At gmail.com.
Okay, and that is my mom's email, so if you need to contact her for any questions or anything, you can just do that if you need.
Yeah, so for today's 3 winners, please contact me so we can send you the prize. And anybody else, if you have any questions or if you want know more information, feel free to contact us. And if you want to get a copy of today's slides, feel free to contact Alicia. Alicia, do you want to send
yeah,
your...
I can definitely put the slides link in the chat for anybody who wants to have it.
I think you have to email them
No, you can just do it like this.
because they have to have
No, they can.
the access. Okay.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat for you guys. Okay, so that's the link to the presentation we were just presenting. So yes, thank you everybody for coming. I need to make sure I get that one other email.
So,
Oh yeah. Okay, that should be it. So thank you everybody for coming, and we hope to see you here next time. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Have a great rest of the weekend.
Yeah, have a great rest of your day.
Okay.